Peace and power to the people. You're locked in to Cypher Frequency, the voice of serious hip-hop journalism. No clickbait, no industry puppetry, just authentic analysis, cultural context, and respect for the craft. I'm your host, Marcus Knowledge Williams. And today, we enter a chamber of lyricism and legacy. We're covering the return of Mobb Deep and the impact of their new project, Infinite. We break down one of the most important pens in underground hip-hop, Homeboy Sandman, and his piece, Artist Creed. And we take a global vibration shift with Soul Messiah, Sa-Roc, Ambey Chenylise, and Yao of CTD Movement with Small Axe Wins the Battle. Let's tap in. This is Episode 4. Segment 1. Mobb Deep, Return of the Infamous. When we talk about legacy, a lot of rappers say they're timeless, but Mobb Deep proved it. Nearly 3 decades after they carved Queensbridge into the Mount Rushmore of grim realism, they came back with Against the World, the first single from their new and final album, Infinite. From the moment Prodigy's voice cuts in, it's clear. This isn't nostalgia rap. This is survival spirit sharpened for 2025. He opens with the line, "New York is just one crumb on the map. One crumb ain't a lot. You happy with that piece?" That's pressure talk. Prodigy is immediately challenging the listener's ambition, questioning whether we're satisfied with crumbs while others claim the loaf. Then Havoc enters with cold calculation. He raps, "Yeah, shine baby shine. Yeah, that's what I do. You talk a good one but never follow through." That line lands because it isn't just a flex, it's a code. It's Havoc showing the difference between reputation and reality. Execution over image, discipline over noise. That's always been the Mobb philosophy. And make no mistake, this record carries pain. It remembers the losses. It remembers the paranoia that comes with survival. Prodigy reminds us of fallen soldiers when he spits, "Ashes to ashes, all my fallen soldiers remind me to bring my gun, bring my blade." Some people might hear that as aggression, but if you understand where Mobb Deep comes from, that's not violence for entertainment. That's trauma, discipline, and vigilance blended into raw art. Then comes the moment that defines this entire record, a moment of love, reflection, and closure. At the end of the song, we hear Prodigy's raw voice, recorded before his passing, saying, "AOH, good looking, I love you. See you on the other side, my name." No rap duo has ever sounded more bonded by blood than Mobb Deep did in that moment. That's bigger than rap. That's brotherhood immortalized. Against the World isn't just a single, it's a reminder. Mobb Deep never chased trends. They forced the world to adjust to their frequency. This might be one track, but it places them right back in the Album of the Year conversation. Infinite isn't just a comeback. It's cultural responsibility fulfilled. Segment 2. Homeboy Sandman. Artist Creed. Tears of Joy EP. In a time when lyricism is being pushed to the margins by algorithms and empty playlists, Homeboy Sandman stands as one of the most important pens in hip-hop, period. His track Artist Creed from the Tears of Joy EP isn't just a song, it's a declaration of purpose. It's a manifesto for creative integrity. It's the sound of someone who refuses to compromise truth for comfort. He begins with reflection and perseverance. "Can't make a cut without the bleeding. The view is scenic. Wonder if you get my meaning." From the first bar, Sandman establishes his angle. Art requires sacrifice. He refuses the quick route. He embraces the journey. This isn't music for trends. This is craft with a backbone. Then he cuts deeper into purpose. Thought I was a rapper. It turns out I'm a philosopher. That line speaks volumes. Sandman has never chased clout or industry validation. His work comes from curiosity, study, and fearless thought. He doesn't just write rhymes, he wrestles with reality. He challenges the narratives we're handed by society. He exposes lies by asking better questions. Later, he sharpens the sword against a world addicted to illusions. What is art for, if not to speak truth, though it makes people mad and it makes people ashamed? That's the essence of artist creed. Sandman isn't here to entertain comfort. He's here to defend honesty, even when it costs him popularity. Especially when it costs him popularity. And while most artists avoid substance, Sandman goes straight for the nerve. God is watching you and I. It's not a God from a book or in the sky. Whether you agree with the line or not, it forces thought. It shakes passivity. It challenges borrowed beliefs and demands personal truth. That's what real hip-hop does. It moves the mind before it moves the crowd. Then he delivers one of the heaviest truths in the record. I'm still existing, relentlessly pursuing and doing the heavy lifting. Nothing's as exciting as writing a better Bible. That bar is layered. It's spiritual evolution. It's refusing indoctrination. It's choosing self-study over blind faith. He isn't preaching. He's documenting personal evolution in real time. Artist creed is more than a track. It's a mirror held up to a culture overflowing with artificiality. At a time when too many rappers are scared to be real, Homeboy Sandman stands tall in his purpose, a fearless writer with zero interest in being anything but true. This song belongs in every conversation about real hip-hop in 2025. Not just for the bars, but for the integrity behind them. Segment 3. Soul Messiah Texas CTD Movement, Small Axe Wins the Battle. There are songs, and then there are spiritual missions delivered through rhythm. Small Axe Wins the Battle by Soul Messiah featuring Sa-Roc, Ambey Chenylise, and Yao from CTD Movement is not just a record. It's a call to awaken, a blueprint for resistance, and a reminder that hip-hop is still a weapon for truth when placed in the right hands. The track opens with purpose and cultural intention. For the culture, say goodbye to the vultures, taking back what we deserve. That's reclamation energy right there. No imitation, no compromise. It sets the tone for a record rooted in restoration and self-determination. Then Ambey delivers the rally cry that defines the song. We came to bring the light back, pull the truth from the shadow. Small acts always win the battle. That hook is more than musical, it's doctrine. Inspired by a Rastafarian proverb, it reminds us that a small tool in the right hands can take down corrupt systems, giants, and false idols. Power doesn't come from dominance, it comes from alignment and purpose. Sa-Roc appears like she always does, disciplined, warrior-like, precise. Her presence alone signals lyrical excellence. But it's Yao of CTD Movement who brings one of the deepest verses on the record, rapping, "Had to find my tribe like every rebel once defied the lies. Remain magnetic, like insects to the fireflies." That's self-discovery encoded in poetry. Finding alignment, moving with those who elevate rather than drain. He ties heavy philosophy with street-level clarity and spiritual grounding. Then he reminds us where this movement comes from. CTD, we live on high frequency, tapping your inner strength, but keep that innocence. That line is important because it isn't just music. CTD represents an international creative movement rooted in healing, power, self-work, and truth. Their mission goes beyond streams and views. They're building community through art. Soul Messiah's production carries the weight of ancient metal, drums like liberation marches, strings like war chants, bass like ancestral thunder. This is hip-hop built on conscious architecture, not industry tropes. Small Axe Wins the Battle is revolutionary audio. It proves that hip-hop's global voice of truth is alive and well, outside of corporate playlists, outside of industry gatekeepers, and most definitely outside of fear. Hip-hop isn't dying, it's just evolving in the hands of the chosen. What we heard today is proof. Hip-hop is not lost. It just doesn't always live where the spotlight is. Sometimes you have to go find it, in the pain of survival, in the courage to think freely, in the voices that still carry spirit instead of slogans. Mobb Deep reminded us that legacy doesn't age, it sharpens. Homeboy Sandman reminded us that truth is the highest form of lyricism. Soul Messiah and CTD Movement reminded us that hip-hop is still a weapon for transformation when used with purpose. This culture doesn't belong to the algorithms, or the corporations, or the playlists. It belongs to the people who still feel something when they hear truth in rhythm. I'm your host, Marcus Knowledge Williams, and this is Cipher Frequency, where we document the real and protect the craft. If you're tuned in, you're part of the resistance already. Stay sharp, stay grounded, stay true to the frequency. Until next time, peace, resilience, and elevation.